It's the music to the time.
Welcome to the midnight edition of the Watchdog Report. So, today will be part one of our series exposing the lies of the York Dispatch. And today we will be speaking about this young lady here on the right, lower right, who we lovingly call Meredith the Weasel. Now, Meredith the Weasel is a minion of some of the board members at the West Shore School District, like Abigail Cherney, um, Guy White, Cam Bick, Adam Trone, Todd Stoltz, and she will spin whatever lie they want her to spin. So she is the queen of trash journalism here in the West Shore School District. And we are going to tonight review one of her latest piece of trash that was published on May 22nd, 2025. So Meredith is part of these people trying to silence the conservative voice, trying to silence the parents against parental rights. And if you speak against anything that she or her friends stand for, any of their political views, any of their agendas, they are quick to stamp you as an extremist. So this is who Meredith the Weasel is. So let's start reading this. I hate calling it an article. I rather call it bathroom paper, but you get the general meaning. So let's start, shall we? So you can see I'm actually reading it. Okay, this is the article. I'm actually reading it that they themselves published. And this is trash journalism at its best. So, guys, if this is your source of information, take it to camp with you this year and start your fire with it. Or if you don't have toilet paper, well, there you go. It's kind of rough, but it'll work. It'll do the job. So let's see what Meredith the Weasel had to say. So she titles this "No More Shakespeare." Staff warns West Shore School Board about proposed book policy. West Shore far right school board majority is considering a sweeping restriction on the contents of books in public school libraries, raising questions from administrators about the purpose of the new policy. Well, listen, that's a stupid comment because the administration damn well knows the purpose of this policy. Okay? They know. And if they're saying otherwise, then they're confirming, okay, that they're the gaslighters than they are. All right? Let's continue. The staff in the school district that straddles the Cumberland and York County line warn that the broad language of the policy could result in banning books by Geoffrey Chaucer and William Shakespeare due to their references to sex. Assistant Superintendent Matthew Gay, who previously worked as an English teacher, specifically cited The Tempest, a play by Shakespeare commonly taught in high schools. With this policy, I'm not sure we don't inadvertently say that you can no longer teach The Tempest, he told the board policy committee on Thursday. So Matthew Gay is an idiot. And I was there when he made the comment. Matthew Gay, assistant superintendent of the West Shore School District, is an idiot. Is an idiot because he knows exactly what the board is aiming. And I read that policy, the proposed policy, and that policy is tight, and that policy is crystal clear as to what it's speaking about. So for him to make such a comment, oh, Shakespeare, he's an idiot. Okay. And anybody who is following his lead is an idiot also. We're going to create here a idiot hall of fame, okay, shortly. Anyway, let's talk about Shakespeare. Now, I'm an avid reader to this day. I read Shakespeare and all the classics. Um, I'm also a history buff. That being stated, anybody that knows anything about history, especially in that time that Shakespeare was alive, knows that if Shakespeare would have alluded to anything pornographic, he would have been executed back in that time. No ifs, ands, nor buts. He would have been executed. So the issue here is not material referencing sex, because there's a lot of good material out there that references sex in a scholarly, academic way and not pornographic. Okay? So, this is what the school board is trying to avoid and get out of our school. This is the book Gender Queer, and I said it in 2003, and I will say it again. This book was found in Cedar Cliff High School. And although they deny it, the book is still there. Last seen in Catherine Yo's classroom. And I took it further this week. I confirmed with a student that the book is still there. That book and this book is gay, which is as disgusting. So, do you honestly think that Shakespeare would have put out a piece of trash like what you're seeing right now, parents? This is what the school board is trying to clear out of our shelves. Now, book ban. Oh, book ban, nationwide book ban. Listen, whenever you hear book ban, know that it's another way of gaslighting you. When anything is banned, specifically books, okay, you are unable to find that book online. You are unable to find that book in any library. You will be unable to find that book in any store. Okay. In any form of commerce, you will be unable to find that book. That is a book ban. Taking inappropriate pornographic material like this out of the West Shore School District, um, that's not a book ban. That's making sure that what our children are exposed to, it's age and content appropriate. But of course, a weasel would not understand that, or it doesn't profit her pocket to understand that. So she would look to mislead you, which is what Miss Weasel here has been doing for quite some time here at the West Shore School District. But let's continue here with our article, okay? West Shore School Board has seen a number of, controversies in the last 2 years as its far right board majority pursued policies restricting LGBTQ students and briefly considered hiring a Christian law firm, the Harrisburg based Independence Law Center, that promoted book bans in other districts. Again, idiot. It's not a book ban, number one. Number two, this conservative board, every time they're going to consider a policy, they always consider the LGBTQ kids as to how it would affect them. Even with the policy that they just passed, and keeping boys out of women's sports, they even said it's not that they are, because this idiot also wrote another article saying that they were restricting the kids, the LGBTQ kids, from participating in, in the sports. No, they can participate in sports, most definitely. Okay, in the sport that belongs to them biologically. Okay, biologically. But stating that they are always looking to restrict the LGBTQ students, that is a lie. And many a times has been proven to be a lie. And considering hiring the Independence Law Center, listen, the Independence Law Center may have Christian people with Christian values, but it's not a Christian law firm, first and foremost. Secondly, okay, they do not promote book bans. They promote books that are age and content appropriate. And the best thing that can happen, in my opinion, to any school board is to hire the independent law center, because anytime you see such a fight against one organization, it means that that organization got it right and it's doing it right. Let's continue. Local book bans. There is no book bans, people. The district library's resource policy proposal follows a series of book bans in York County and nationwide. That there is also false. There is no book ban, you idiot. In 2021, Central York School Board notably banned a host of teaching materials by and about people of color. No, they banned books that were teaching racism the opposite way, CRT, that it is okay to discriminate against whites. Discrimination, whether it's against black, white, Hispanic, Asian, anything you want to call it discrimination in any way, it's incorrect. And if there's materials that's targeting one group of people, yes, it needs to be, I agree, it needs to be removed. Its high school then removed several books in 2023, promoting another wave of protests. The Hanover based Southwestern School District, meanwhile, removed an LGBTQ themed book and handed down strict standards for classroom library. Again, what they removed was this trash, pornography. That is what these districts are doing. They are removing pornography. In 2023, a parent alleged without evidence that Cedar Cliff High School library contained the book Genderqueer, and this book is gay. However, school officials could not find any evidence those books were ever in the library after a top to bottom search. I'm going to read that again. However, the school officials could not find any evidence those books were in the library after a top to bottom search. So let me help you understand. The parents that they're talking about, it's me and my husband. Okay. And she says after a top to bottom search. Okay. So let's look at her article in 2023. Her hit piece was called West Shore School District Be the Target for Book Ban Proponents. This was in 2023 when she made the hit article on me and my husband. But look at the right, what she says. The school did everything to search for a record of the book except physically searching the library top to bottom, Stoltz says. However, on this version, she says that they search the library from top to bottom. So which is it, Weasel? Did they search it or not? In 2023, you confirm what Todd Stoltz stated, that they did not search the library from top to bottom. But on this version, you say that they did. And then furthermore, you guys go to quoting Geiswhite about how the book will have a barcode and it will be available in the school library. But what he failed to say, folks, what Brian Geiswhite failed to say was that when books are donated to the West Shore School District from any foundation, organization, or parents, donated books are not included in the online catalog. And that is how many have figured out how this book, Gender Queer, and this book is gay, entered the West Shore School District. But then you see, it's interesting to see how she contradicts herself. So in this one, they searched it from top to bottom. And this is the article that they just did, May 22nd, 2025. They searched it from top to bottom. But in May 23rd, she said they did not. So which is it, Meredith? Either you have um, a bad habit of spinning things to your convenience, or you're an outright liar like they are. Because this book is still in the West Shore School District. And like I told Stokes, it's in Catherine Yo's class. And another thing that Stokes failed to say was that in 2023, one of the school board members which went out to search for the book, wanted to go to the library to search for the book, Todd Stokes stopped the school board member from doing it. Ah, okay. So, and he also stated that he reached out to me and my husband and he never did. He nor Mr. Gay. And I just finished confronting them a week or so ago about that too. Because they are liars, because that's what they are, liars. Because I can't stand that word misinformation. No, this is not misinformation. This is intentional lying. This is intentional gaslighting. Okay, to try to confuse and lie to the community, to say that they are trying to bring in a book ban. No, they're trying to get this trash out of the school. But I will tell you what, they want books that are on on their online catalog. Trust me, we the parents are currently searching these books, okay, that are on the online catalog, and we still found pornography in the online catalog because this piece of trash is in the West Shore School District. So it's not a book ban, it's removing books that are inappropriate, age inappropriate, and content inappropriate from the West Shore School District because this has no educational value at all. And I said it before and I will say it again. All this happened under the watch of Brian Geiswhite when his wife was heading an LGBTQ club, okay, and the head of the library, and he was well aware this was happening. This is why in less than 24 hours, when we found the book and we actually came to the board in less than 24 hours, they did this hit piece. And they're still doing it. Now, in this new one, the 2025, what I can tell you is that um, Matthew Gay is an idiot. Okay. He's not as bright as he seems. And to even compare this trash that we're seeing here to Shakespeare, either he was drunk when he made the comment, he is woefully lying to people, or he's just an outright liar. So, guys, I can continue to read this article, but this article is not is not any better. It's just repeating basically a lot from the article in 2023, accusing the school board of writing a policy to ban books in the West Shore School District when that is not happening. What's actually happening is this that you're seeing here. This is not the only book. This is one of the worst books that's in there, hidden in there, donated, not on the online catalog. And we, the people, are asking the board to include language in that policy that if you donate a book, then that book should be also cataloged, and the name of the person or organization who donated should be recorded somewhere also because they claim that they have no records of it. You may not have no records of it, but the book sure made it in, did it not? So whenever you see any articles from Meredith the Weasel, feel free to use all her articles, print them out, and if you're going camping, start your fire with this. Or if you need toilet paper, well, you know what to do with it. Because this is junk journalism, okay? This is fake news, to say the very least. The York Dispatch is actually a dumpster. And the articles that they are putting out, as you can see, are contradictory. In 2025, they searched the whole library, okay, from top to bottom. In 2023, they did not. So either she has a bad memory or she is a horrible liar. I think it's a combination of both. And it is not book banning because if book banning, guys, existed, never forget this. If book ban was real, you wouldn't be able to find those books in the libraries. You wouldn't be able to find those books online. You wouldn't be able to go into Barnes and Nobles, for example, and purchase a copy of this book and look at this. This is what you're into, and this is what you want to, teach your kids. Do you buy the books, read it to your kids, or give them to your kids to read them at home? That's your business. It's disgusting, but it's your business. But what you don't have the right to do is shove this trash down the throats and expose this trash before the eyes of our children. Do you? You want to do you? Do you? This is America. But the other students, our students, don't need to be exposed to this kind of trash. And maybe one day, the West Shore School District, beginning with Tostos, and apparently even Matthew Gay now has joined into the little charade. Maybe one day, hopefully, either they get fired or they straighten up and fly right. But something has to be done to rein in this out of control administration. And again, guys, anytime that the York Dispatch, their fee is $1 for subscription for this junk, that should let you know that this is junk because this is not worth $1. It's not even worth a cent. So please, guys, I ask you if you are going to find some journalism with accurate information, it's not the York Dispatch because the York Dispatch is dedicated to silencing the parents. The York Dispatch is dedicated to interfere with parental rights. The York Dispatch has been known in many of their articles to lightly persecute religion, and the York Dispatch is just a minion to whoever's going to fill their pocket, and they will shove this junk journalism trash down your throat if you allow them. This is not a resource that you should be following. This is not, I hate calling it journalism because it's not journalism, but let's just use the term, this is not true journalism. This is not something you should be reading, nor exposing your family to. The York Dispatch is in the business of gaslighting, of pushing their political agendas, of pushing their policies, and they want them pushed into your schools. And if they don't find any problem with what you're seeing on the screen now, do you really want to follow the York Dispatch? And kudos to the West Shore School District and any district that are working tirelessly to remove this trash from the school libraries. So, this is Mariana signing out, and soon we will have a coverage to another piece of junk that they publish. And parents, I will advise you print out this piece of junk, forward it to me. Anything that you see that you're questioning, forward it to me. We will expose it. We will expose the author. Meredith here, Meredith the Weasel, is the main, um, I can't even call her journalist because she's not. It's the main gaslighter for this organization and the main person assisting the West Shore School District board minority to silence you and go against your parental rights. Again, don't invest money in this trash. This is Mariana signing out. God bless.
just keep on going back again. You know I'm lost again, when all I wanted was to find a friend, someone that I can always depend on to help me find my life again.